Hey everyone, we are Julio, Kate, and family. We have been on quite a journey this past year with our 4 kids, 2 dogs, and a cat. We sold our house, lived in a travel trailer for 9 months or so, and have lived in our school bus conversion Isabella since the end of May. We have done quite a bit of traveling along the East Coast and continue to travel as much as possible. Life's changed a bit with COVID, but we are continuing to live our bus life and keep moving forward. As of now, we are stationary in the New England area and making renovations to our bus while we have the ability. We eventually want our own homestead and we will settle down probably in this area, but we are taking things one day at a time. That's kind of how we roll. Subscribe to follow our adventures through both the good and the bad. Thanks for all the love and support. This is Isabella the Bus. Hey everybody, I just got here to the bus. Today we're gonna work on the stairs again. Let's just get to it. Alright, so right now my plan for the steps is to sand them down with the wire brush, get all that rust off of them. Once I do that, I'm going to hit it with acetone, clean the steps off. After that, I'm gonna spray on the rust reformer, which comes in a spray can. And I believe it turns black, the one that I have. So what it does is it'll turn the spots where the rust is, it converts that metal, or that rust, excuse me, into a different chemical composition, and it turns it to a black color, showing that it has essentially stopped that rust from the oxidation, and then it's ready for prime. So that is my plan after that, I have some leftover Kills paint that I used on the front. So I'm gonna use that and put that over top. But then the last part, I'm not gonna show you yet. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna do it, but if I do, it's gonna be, I think I might just surprise y'all with it instead of just telling you about it. So we'll see how it goes. Hey y'all, so the first thing I'm gonna do with the steps is I'm gonna hit them with the wire wheel brush, get all the rust off that I can. I already hit it with the sander a little bit last week. So this is just gonna be one more once over, making sure that I get most of that rust up. Before I get too far, let me give you a good idea of what it looks like right now. All I'm trying to do right now is get rid of that top surface rust, because this Rust-Oleum rust, it's called rust reformer that I'm using, well, it wants to go on rust. So I don't want to get all the rust up, because it actually says don't put on just bare metal, spray it where the rust is, because it changes the composition of that metal. I mean, obviously it's going to get on some of the metal that isn't rusted, but its primary usage is for rust spots. So I don't want to get all the rust up. I just want to clean off the top surface rust so that way it can kind of get in there deep with the rust that's underneath. But yeah, so now I'm going to work on these other 2 steps, which don't have much on them at all, and then on to the next step. Hey everybody, so I got all the sand off the best that I could, And then I remembered, as I was going over it, there was still some of the rubber gasket material that was still all the way down here on the edges. I don't know if you can see some of the black that was there just from where the gaskets were. So I had to go through and get that off. And then now I am going to go over it with the acetone just to make sure it's nice and clean. And then we're gonna see what it looks like then. And here she is, all cleaned and ready to proceed onto the rust reformer. Alright y'all, so I'm getting ready to do the Rust-Oleum spray, and I want to show you what I'm using. It's Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer, and I'm going to read over this with y'all because I've never used it before, and I want, in case anybody else is going to do the same steps, I want you to know or see what I do right or wrong. So when you do it, you can hopefully do it better than I do. So it says to remove the loose paint and rust with a wire brush or sandpaper. Already did that. Clean it after that. Already did that. Painting. Shake can vigorously for 1 minute after the mixing ball begins to rattle. Let's see. Shake often during use. Hold can 10 to 16 inches from surface and spray in a steady back and forth motion, slightly overlapping each stroke. Keep the can the same distance from the surface. Keep the can in motion while spraying. For best appearance, apply 2 light coats a few minutes apart. Alright, so it doesn't sound too bad so far. Let's see. Dry and recoat times. Allow more time at cooler temperatures. Allow to dry for 24 hours. If desired, apply a top coat after 24 hours. That's it. Seems pretty simple. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna go well because 1, we don't have the best of luck, and 2, if you have a bus, you already know things don't always go the way that they're planned. So, all right, here we go. Also, I want to apologize. I might not be able to get the best angle with where I am working at right now. So if I can't get you a great video, I'll get you a still shot so that way you can at least see the progress. Alright y'all, so this part's gonna have to be continued because I didn't realize it was a 24-hour dry time, but I will show you what it looks like right now. So I hit the spots that already had a little bit of rust, or they were just about to have some rust. So I may have went a little heavy on some parts. Especially this bottom step, there was a lot of just exposed metal, and there was a ton of rust that was there, if you'll see from the video and picture before. Okay, so like I said before, this part's gonna have to be continued tomorrow. I thought it was before when I read it like a 40-minute dry time, but it ended up being a 24-hour dry time, which is fine. Thankfully it's Saturday and I have time to come out here tomorrow. Plus I wanted to do the oil change today anyways, and teach the kids that life skill that will help them in the future. So that's what we're headed to do now while that dries, and I'll come back out here tomorrow. Who knows how to change the oil in the car?
No one.
Okay. Come here. Right here, it's the yellow one, and I know because it's right next to the oil, where it takes oil. Okay. It also says right here what kind of oil the car takes, 0W20, which is what we have inside. Okay. What I'll do is pull it, and I want to be careful because it's going too high. And gonna look at it yet. I'm just gonna wipe it down. So, don't touch this. Look. Look. You see these two dots, and then you see there's some lines here. The bottom is the minimum line, and the top is the full line. So I dry it off. Stick it back in. Push it down all the way. Go right back out. And then another thing. See how this wet about halfway up? Maybe a little bit less than half. So you want to make sure, we're going to do it one more time just to be safe. Quarts. So you see over here, quarts is that?
Just 5.
5 quarts. So we need 8. If you look on the side of this, it tells you how much is in this. Okay, so we need at least 1 whole bottle of this. Isa. Why did you do this? Get that in a second. Isa. 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 Next, bring my camera.
Isa.
Here, please. Isa. Come on, Isa. Isa. Hey. Isa. Isa. Hey.
How do you zoom in?
Right here.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Isa. Isa. Hey. Isa.
Daddy. Daddy. We found out where the sports
Okay, let's go inside. Come on, Isa. Thank you for your help, sir.